For decades, Led Zeppelin's bassist, John Paul Jones, remained silent about the man who defined rock drumming, John Bonham. But now, in a rare revelation, Jones is breaking his silence. Was Bonham the force that held Zeppelin together, or the chaos that led to its downfall? Few drummers have left a mark like Bonham. His thunderous drumming redefined rock, blending raw power with machine gun speed. But beyond the explosive solos, he was a passionate musician, a devoted family man, and, as Jones describes, a walking earthquake with a heart of gold. Jones, often overshadowed by the larger-than-life presence of Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, was Bonham's closest musical ally. Bonzo didn't just play the drums, Jones recalled with a grin. He attacked them like they owed him money. His intensity was unmatched, but so was his humor. Once, during a session, he set off a firecracker, grinning as the producer nearly had a heart attack. Despite the wild antics, Bonham was a perfectionist. He didn't just want to be great, he wanted to be the best, Jones said, and he was. Reflecting on Bonham's legacy, Jones admitted, "We knew he was special, but even he didn't realize how much he changed music and how many eardrums he destroyed along the way." At the time, John Paul Jones was already a respected session musician, known for his versatility and deep musical knowledge. Bonham, on the other hand, was a raw, unpolished force of nature. A drummer whose sheer power and instinctive groove set him apart. Jones recalls their first time playing together as a revelation. "From the first time we played, I knew he was special. He had this raw power, but also an incredible sense of groove. He wasn't just loud, he had finesse, he had swing. That's what made Bonham different." While many rock drummers relied on volume and aggression, Bonham brought something more. A fusion of thunderous beats and intricate precision. He could shift from whisper-soft ghost notes to earth-shattering fills in an instant. His deep appreciation for jazz set him apart. He studied legends like Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa, infusing Zeppelin's heaviest tracks with a fluidity that made them groove. Songs like Good Times, Bad Times, and Fool in the Rain showcased his ability to balance power and subtlety, proving he wasn't just a rock drummer, he was an innovator. Jones and Bonham quickly became an inseparable rhythm section, the foundation of Zeppelin's sound. While Plant and Page commanded the spotlight, it was Jones and Bonham who locked into grooves that could shake stadiums. Looking back, Jones acknowledges Bonham's unparalleled talent. He had this instinct you can't teach. He played from the gut, and you felt every single hit. It wasn't just speed or volume, it was feel. Bonham's ability to make music move was almost supernatural. Many drummers could play fast or hit hard, but Bonham had an unmatched sense of groove. His bass drum work on Good Times, Bad Times wasn't just about speed. It propelled the entire song. His drumming didn't just fill space. It drove the music forward with infectious energy. Take When the Levee Breaks, for example. That cavernous drum sound became one of the most sampled beats in history. Bonham's control of tempo and dynamics made it feel enormous, as if the drums themselves were a force of nature. Similarly, Kashmir relied on his ability to make a slow, stomping rhythm feel monumental. The beat was deceptively simple, but carried the entire song, creating a hypnotic, larger-than-life groove. Jones also recalls how Bonham's live performances showcased his unparalleled musicianship. One of the best examples? Moby Dick, the legendary drum solo that left audiences in awe. Many think it was just a showcase of Bonham's power, but according to Jones, it was a masterclass in musicality. He never played the same thing twice. He was improvising, responding to the energy of the room. That was the magic of Bonham. He wasn't just playing the drums, he was conversing with them, treating every performance like a living, breathing entity. His ability to control dynamics, adapt in real time, and make even the heaviest beats groove set him apart. A lot of drummers can hit hard, but Bonzo made it feel good. That's why his playing still resonates today. Bonham wasn't just a drummer, he was a rhythmic architect, the heartbeat of Led Zeppelin. His influence lives on in every drummer striving to balance power with feel. A great rhythm section is about more than technical skill. It requires a deep musical connection. For Jones and Bonham, that connection was almost telepathic. We never had to talk much about what we were going to do. It just happened. I could change something slightly, and he'd pick up on it instantly. That unspoken chemistry is evident in Ramble On and Dazed and Confused, where bass and drums move as one, seamlessly shifting Zeppelin's sound from heavy to fluid. In Ramble On, Jones's melodic bass line dances around Bonham's syncopated drumming, creating a groove that feels both laid-back and driving. In Dazed and Confused, their interplay builds tension and release, moving between atmospheric and explosive. This instinctive bond couldn't be taught. It was pure synergy, shaping Zeppelin's legendary sound and cementing them as one of rock's greatest rhythm sections. Bonham's drumming was larger than life, and so was his personality. A man of extremes, he was fiercely passionate about his craft, wildly unpredictable in his antics, yet deeply loyal to those he cared about. John had a reputation for being a wild man, and yes, he could be, but he was also incredibly kind. He'd give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. Despite his on-stage ferocity, Bonham was known for his generosity and warmth. A devoted family man, he was always eager to return home to his wife and children after long tours. His wicked sense of humor could light up a room, but with that intensity came struggles. The pressures of fame, relentless touring, and Zeppelin's overwhelming success took a toll. Bonham, who lived life at full volume, often turned to alcohol to cope, an issue that would only grow as the years went on. John Bonham was more than Led Zeppelin's powerhouse drummer. He was its heartbeat. His unmatched groove, raw power, and technical brilliance revolutionized rock drumming, blending thunderous beats with a jazz-inspired finesse. John Paul Jones recalls their deep musical bond. From the first time we played together, I knew he was special. He had this instinct you just can't teach. Their rhythm section was the foundation of Zeppelin's legendary sound, with Bonham's dynamic playing driving the band forward. But with fame came struggles. Bonham's drinking, fueled by the pressures of rock stardom, led to unpredictable behavior. He had a heart of gold, but fame lifts you up and wears you down at the same time, Jones reflected. His death in 1980, at just 32, shattered the band. Without Bonzo, it just wasn't Led Zeppelin anymore. He was irreplaceable. Though gone, his legacy remains untouchable. His influence can be heard in drummers like Dave Grohl and Chad Smith, his beats sampled in countless songs. From When the Levee Breaks to Moby Dick, his drumming wasn't just rhythm, it was a force of nature. Every time I hear a Zeppelin song, I smile. That's Bonzo. His spirit is still shaking the world. John Bonham's thunderous drumming remains a cornerstone of rock, inspiring generations. John Paul Jones has played a key role in preserving his legacy, from tribute concerts to honoring Bonham's son, Jason. Bonzo wasn't just a drummer. He was the foundation of everything we did, Jones reflects. Their rhythm section wasn't just about keeping time, but elevating Zeppelin's sound to legendary heights. Decades after his passing, Bonham's beats still pulse through rock, shaping countless drummers. His influence is eternal, his spirit alive in Zeppelin's music and the musicians he continues to inspire.